What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Babur Bizak, and this is a channel where I talk about my medical school journey and give advice as I go on anything medicine. In this video, I'm going to take you through my journey in Austin, Texas, as I did my emergency medicine externship over in Austin, and I also had my grandma visiting for the first time in a couple of years from back home in Uzbekistan. So come along for the ride.
Сегодня 28 сентября, и мы в Бостоне. Дженни лежит в Нью-Джерси. Бабур тоже здесь. Бабур, ходи. Здесь я. Иля. Апача.
So of course, being in Austin, we had to show our grandma the bats that come out at night every single day. You see here the red lights that they're shining under the bridge from the kayaks. This is to help get the bats out and underneath the bridge to get them going. And then of course we had our daily morning walks with the family. And my grandma growing up never really had the opportunity to drive a car or get a driver's license. And now that she never really needs to drive a car, she never really had the opportunity to drive. And this was something that was on her bucket list. So my sister was able to make this dream come true for her as she taught her how to drive. And of course, we went to Austin downtown to show her the nightlife and the music that Austin has to offer. We were able to take some pretty pictures with the lights all behind us.
Anywhere here, here. Anywhere here. Maybe you can drop us off.
The next day, we went on a scenic hike up 104 steps, which my grandma was able to do miraculously without any help and a lot better than I did.
Сколько? Сколько это сексом торта? 86.
And she was zooming through those steps with no assistance, and she was so happy to be up at the very peak where the scenic sunset was happening. And on the way back, my mom, sister, and grandma were able to get home in a true Austin fashion by taking the Waymo Uber, which is, if you guys don't know, a driverless car, essentially a robot taking you home. So unfortunately, after a week of spending a great time with us, my grandma had to go back home, and I had to go back to my ER schedule. Alright guys, it is 10:30 p.m. and I'm going on my second overnight shift. First nights are usually rough, so I'm expecting this one to be a bit better. Yesterday I was crashing around 4 a.m. But the shift is 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. and then there's a hour crossover for you to kind of finish up your charts and close out your patients or kind of sign them off to your colleagues. But hopefully I'll be out of there by 7:30 latest. So let's get to it. You know, I just ran 7 miles and I worked out legs yesterday, which now I'm regretting because my quads are on fire. But I did have a really good meal. Got some salmon and rice in me and a little protein shake. So I'm hoping that will hold me through the night. All right, let's get to it. So this night shift was very fun and eventful. Unfortunately, I'm not able to videotape anything in the emergency department or the hospital in general just because of HIPAA. However, this night shift was very hectic in a sense, but also very fun as I got to see some true high acuity patients and also learn a lot. I got to work with a Florida State alumni who was a great teacher and also who let me intubate in the trauma bay, which I did successfully, and I was very, very happy of the results there. Even though I was tired from the night shifts, I was very happy to know that the weekend was coming up as I had 3 days off, Friday to Sunday, and Austin was having their ACL Festival that happens every year. And I was very excited for that because I haven't been to a festival in a couple of years. So here's my time at ACL. It's about 105 degrees and people keep stepping on my Crocs.
That's me, I'm sorry.
She said sorry, but we just made it in. It's 110 degrees. It's hot.
Burning Man.
Burning Man.
2025.
How y'all feel? Feel good? Feeling good? Check it out.
I'm excited.
We got the little hey, hey, hey. We're out here.
Oh, wow. What did you say it was? What did you say it was? Cringe. Cringe.
All right. Out of the whole weekend, I gotta say my favorite two sets were Polo and Pan and T-Pain. If you haven't heard of Polo and Pan, check them out on Spotify. They kind of have a vibey groove going to them. We had an inside joke going, calling them chicken and bread, just because if you translate it into Spanish, Pollo and Pan stands for chicken and bread, which I thought was kind of funny. And then of course T-Pain, we had to represent that Tallahassee Pain. You know, I've been there for 8 years and got to represent my boy, and honestly all of his sets were pretty good. So I'm trying to make some salmon, right? Oh yeah, spice that thing up. It's looking nice and good. All right, y'all, just got done with a gnarly back and by workout. It is 9:25, I believe, and I got work at 11, so I'm gonna get a nice thick meal in me. So today we got barbecue pulled pork with some eggs and shrimps, and top it off with some probiotics with Chobani and some kefir while I watch my boy Nick Bear on YouTube. Then we're gonna get ready and head out. .648, we're about to run a 10-mile loop around Lady Bird Trail. It's my sister picking me up. I bet you there's no space underneath my feet. Ready? Knew it.
Let's go.
How are we feeling?
Oops, I didn't mean to call you. I'm feeling all right.
Start of a 10-mile run sesh. Let's get this bread. Pretty skyline, baby. Sure.
Oh, hi. I don't even know if you can see.
Probably not. We're on mile 5. Needed a little chew, a little pick me up. Where? That way? Getting a little carbohydrates to last me another 5 miles. How we feel?
Good.
Very nice. Surprising a lot of people out. Also a lot of spots where it's really dark. There's the skyline. 5 more and then we jump into Barton Springs. Yikes, it's gonna be cold. All right, y'all, that is it. 10 miles in the books. I'm waiting for my watch to save it so I can see how long it took. That was a bit tougher than I thought. It's been a while since I ran 10 miles. Last long run I did was about 7, and that was rough. But I think I kept a solid 10:30 to 11-minute pace the whole 10 miles. So I think it took right around 2 hours, which is perfect. And now we're gonna jump into the cold Barton Springs of Austin, Texas. And it's gonna be nice. All right, these are the stats. Let's see, 4.4 aerobic, meaning mostly stayed in zone 2. Recovery 47 hours, psych, more like 24 hours. Yup, next. We don't care about those details. All right, an hour and 53. Oops, sorry. Last mile was 10:12, but 11-minute, 12-second average for the 10 miles. People playing baseball, people are running all around. It's a beautiful sight. Austin is very lively.
How's the water?
It's so cold. Wait till we get outside. Oh God. Fantastic feeling though.
I'm scared.
Alright, y'all, the water is fantastic. Oh, look at that view. Little skyline. Little cold water post run. Well guys, unfortunately my time in Austin has come to an end. I finally packed everything up and now I'm gonna head my way over to New Orleans for the night, which is about 7.5 hour drive, but we'll make it there at around 8:30 or 9 p.m. And then a 3-hour drive or 4-hour drive, we'll see, to Pensacola the next day. But let me show you guys real quick the Airbnb I stayed at for the last month. It was a pretty nice little apartment. It's got the Texas vibes. There's the front door. We've got the bedroom here. Very stylish, I might say. Yep. Nice little briefcase. Bathroom I was working with. Living room. And my favorite part, so much sunshine because all this opens up throughout the day. There's always bright in the room. A little pool section, little patio to sit outside. There's me and the kitchen that served me well. All right, well, that was my last away rotation for my 4th year of medical school. Definitely one for the books. Had a great time. But I think it's time to get back to Florida and say hi to my friends that I haven't seen in several months now. So excited for the reunion, but had a great time here. I'll see you guys later. All right, we're 3 hours down. I stopped in Beaumont, Texas, which is right at the border of Texas and Louisiana. I still got 4.5 hours to go, but this is the first pit stop and I think it's gonna be my only one. I think I can push through 4.5 hours, but I'm starving, so I have to get this trail mix here. Didn't want to get food because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna munch heavy once I get to New Orleans, which is gonna be my stop for the night. Yeah, anywho, been having a great conversation with my mom. I think I'm gonna listen to some podcasts now and then, yeah, get through this 4.5 hours. It's been kind of rainy, so hopefully it doesn't rain as much for the rest of the ride. All right. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you have any suggestions on what kind of videos to make. I'm currently interviewing for my emergency medicine residency, and I will be posting a video on do's and don'ts on the interview process. And I'll see you guys on the next one.